Man, oh man, the surprises in 2020 just keep on coming, don't they? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another new movie review. And today we're hopping back over to Netflix land to take a look at Enola Holmes, of course the title character being the sister to Sherlock. It stars a really talented cast of people, of course with Millie Bobby Brown as Enola Holmes, and of course with Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes himself. While searching for her missing mother, teenager Enola Holmes, played by Millie Bobby Brown, uses her own sleuthing skills in order to outsmart Big Brother Sherlock, played by Henry Cavill, and also to help a stowaway lord along her journey. So before I continue further into the review, I want to thank you all so much for stopping by and clicking on the video. I hope you guys enjoy your stay. As you guys know, I am so stoked to be here on this medium discussing cinema and all things entertainment with you guys. And if any of you guys are new here to the channel, welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. Also, feel free to leave a big fat thumbs up by the end of this video if you enjoy what you see. So when I recently heard that Netflix was doing a film centered around Sherlock Holmes' sister, I was honestly like, okay, they're doing this. I mean, I really love the Sherlock Holmes character. I love this universe. And I was definitely intrigued to take a look at a deeper exploration into this world cinematically. And then once I saw the cast for this movie, I got really excited because this movie is loaded with talent. And I can honestly tell you guys, after watching this movie through, this is one of the biggest surprises of 2020. I had an absolute blast watching Enola Holmes. And a lot of that actually has to do with just how much fun all these performers are having from beginning to end. Now let me start by talking about this leading performance by Millie Bobby Brown, because she is another one of those up-and-coming names that a lot of people have their eyes on, especially as she starts to ascend into more prevalent roles like this. A lot of people really love her in Stranger Things, and honestly, I really want to see her do more roles like this one. She kills it as Enola Holmes. I've seen a fair amount of people compare Millie Bobby Brown to a young Kate Winslet, and I can definitely see that comparison. Personally, though, I see a lot more of a young Julia Roberts. Or maybe a combination of both. I can definitely see that. One thing that I personally loved about this performance is how the director had her break the fourth wall. It is a very different kind of fourth wall movie, especially talking about in recent years with movies like Deadpool. I got a lot of Ferris Bueller vibes from this movie, honestly, because there are a lot of instances where Millie Bobby Brown as Enola will, during the action, she will turn her head towards the camera and look directly at us, almost as if we're a part of the scene along with her. I really dug that interactive feeling that this film had. So awesome. I dug her performance so much. Along with the performance and this character, I also really love the message that this movie conveys. The world around her wants her to be a certain way, but she decides to follow her own path. And I think that's a fantastic message, not just for kids, but for all of us. The film is essentially saying that sometimes destiny isn't the best path for us. Our future is up to us personally. That's an extremely relevant message today. I loved how Millie Bobby Brown portrays that message, and she was truly great here. I can't wait to see what else she does, especially if they're planning on making more of these Enola Holmes films, which I'm all for, by the way. Not only because of her, but because of also Henry Cavill. So fucking awesome as Sherlock Holmes. He doesn't portray this character exactly like Robert Downey Jr. does, which is awesome. He does bring his own flavor to the character, but he doesn't do it in such a way that it really negates who Sherlock Holmes is deep down. Cavill still carries so much suave confidence with this performance that is absolutely necessary for this character, which has since become iconic, and that confidence is so great. Cavill is so likable and charming as Sherlock. Now keep in mind, I called him likable and charming, not cocky, but yet he still knows that he's the smartest guy in the room. And he just carries some sort of weird aura with him. It's just so cool. Every time he walks into the room, it's like everybody freezes up. It's like, oh crap, here comes Sherlock. That's so neat to see. You know what's also neat about this performance? He also gets to show a lot more of an emotional side to Sherlock Holmes, because He also has to play the big brother to Enola. And he does have a couple of really, really touching big brother moments with Millie Bobby Brown in this movie that honestly got me right here in the feels. Cavill, you killed it. Never stop doing what you're doing. I cannot wait to see if you play Sherlock Holmes again. But not just those two. All of the acting in this movie, just across the board, phenomenal. Stellar casting here. Sam Claflin, which is a name most of you might recognize as Finnick Odair from the Hunger Games series. He was really great as the oldest Holmes sibling, Mycroft. Fiona Shaw, whom some of you might remember as Aunt Petunia from the Harry Potter series. She has a lot of really fun moments as well. Helena Bonham Carter. I mean, this cast, guys, just so stellar. Phenomenal. Also, my god, is this editing something else or what? It's so crisp, it's so fast-paced, so just like the mind of our main character, this editing goes all over the place, but it's still just such a glorious thing to behold with how crisp it is. The direction to go along with that is absolutely stellar by Harry Bradbeer, and the fight choreography as well, and the moments we get of action in this movie, super, super fun. I honestly think that's the best way to describe Enola Holmes. It's just good, pure fun. It's a great mystery. It's a really nice family movie with a really, really incredible message to go along with some really excellent production design and some really, really cool period costumes to go along with it. A magnificent score as well is just the right kind of eccentric needed for these characters. They just nailed every aspect of this world. Bravo to everyone involved with this movie. I dug it so much. But I will say, with all that being said, this is not a perfect film by any stretch of the imagination. I do have some issues with it, and my issues with this film mainly revolve around this screenplay. Enola Holmes' main objective is basically just finding her mother. Great. I will say, though, that there are times where the script will veer away from that objective for really long periods of time, and these subplots just don't exactly fit with where the story goes, ultimately. And it's definitely possible that there may just be a bit too many of these subplots. And to make matters worse, it's too many subplots that don't exactly fit with where they wanted the story to go. I will say, though, the biggest culprit of this is the damn romance that they decided to include. My god, could I not stand this part. It's not like I have a problem with this guy's performance as Lord Tewksbury. I think he's definitely very strong in this role, and I think his chemistry with Millie Bobby Brown is really great. But I just don't know how to feel about this. I think personally, it just really bugs me that towards the beginning of this movie, Enola Holmes herself is talking about how she does not need no man. And yet here she is running off with this young boy anyway. Like, yet, oh, somehow, poof, there he is. He keeps popping up. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I enjoy their chemistry. I enjoy the bantering they have sometimes. The whimsical, like, bantery romance, though, for this story, I just don't really think it fits with everything else. I mean, you can have this romance, especially if you're going to build it up over multiple films, and I definitely think there's going to be more Enola Holmes movies down the line. But you can, like, build it up. You don't have to, like, shove it into this first movie like they did. It's kind of a weird analogy, but imagine if Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger got together in Prisoner of Azkaban instead of Deathly Hallows. Don't you think that's a little bit rushed, too? Because that's what this felt like. I don't know. I may just be nitpicking here. But nevertheless, this movie was a huge surprise, definitely a fun watch for the whole family, and I'm gonna give Enola Holmes an A-. As I've mentioned, this is one of the biggest surprises of the year. I obviously enjoyed the hell out of Enola Holmes despite my nitpicks with it. I definitely think it's worth your guys' time as well. I think you guys are really, really gonna enjoy it too. It's on Netflix right now. I definitely think it's worth your time. And if you guys want to continue discussing all these fun topics regarding the cinema and all things entertainment, just one more quick reminder, hit that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can on your way out. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a big fat thumbs up on it on your way out too. Guys, you're the best. Thank you all so much, as always, for tuning in and clicking on the video. It means the world to me. Thank you all for your support of the channel up to this point, too. Look forward to more exciting content coming to the channel very soon. I've got a lot of really fun things planned coming up because it's spooky season. It's October. I've got a lot of really, really cool reviews lined up for this coming month. So keep your eye out for that content and, of course, all these new movies and all these new shows coming out. Keep your eye out for that content as well, covering that. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.